final day of the year. Happy New Year. Happy Wednesday. We have both the deal room today, and we have extended the 12 deals of Christmas. So welcome in, get your cup of coffee, get your energy, get your hot tea, get whatever you're drinking, and let's see if we can make some money. I got some updates for you. I've got a couple of very important announcements I'm going to start us off with and share with you. But first, I just want to see how's your energy? Type it in the chat, 1 out of 10. How is your energy today? We have a lot to get to. And we have one of Carrie's leads. We're going to be calling one of Carrie's leads in a moment. We have one of Reggie's leads. It's a portfolio. We're going to be calling in a moment. We have a lead from Judith who we're following up with. Sandra, it's a portfolio. We have, oh goodness, I don't know. I've lost track. We got a bunch of leads to call. Chris has submitted his first deal. Beverly has submitted a deal we're going to call. And we got lots of things in the works. We are signing a purchase agreement, final version today, God willing, on a strip center we just got accepted. We got lots of good things in the works and exciting things. Kay, as I understand it, is moving the needle on dispo on multiple properties, as well as about to close 2 or 3 days from closing that deal we negotiated live here. So super quick turnaround. I want to talk about that. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the deal room and what's going to happen in the year ahead. I see Cindy is on here. Cindy's a 7. Jim's on here, and Jim is a 10. I see Looneyville's a 9. Reggie and Sharon's a 9 of 10. Darylyn's a 10. Let's go. One of the winners yesterday, I just want to shout you out, of the $100 cash said, please donate it to charity. So we are going to be donating $100 of your cash that you suggested we do that with to charity. So shout out to you for having a generous heart. Sean is a 7, Diane is a 10. Keep them coming. All right, so it's the last day of 2025. Very important. I needed to update you guys on the state of the market. I need to update you on the deal room and what's going to happen. And I need to update you on what is happening with the 12 deals of Christmas. I just want to ask you, over the last almost 2 weeks now, who here has gotten immense value out of our time together? Just give me a yes in the chat if you have gained knowledge, insights, or deals from being together here, either directly or indirectly. I just want to see you guys' feedback. Because the objective and the reason I do this, it's one of those things I thoroughly enjoy hanging out with you guys, and we have a lot of projects in the works. And so it's always a decision. Gosh, should we be doing this every day? Is this something I should be doing? And especially when we decided to extend, and it's only because of your feedback and the fact that you are making progress on deals. We said, hey, it's worthwhile. It's working. The community, our coaching and mastermind students are getting more deals because of it. Let's lean into that. And then let's also live stream it so everyone can watch. So first note, all of you, this is the Deal Room Wednesday. I do this every Wednesday live. We are revamping the Deal Room the first week of the year. All right, to be super clear, the Deal Room happens every Wednesday. The deal room is where all of the student community, all of our coaching students, all of our mastermind students can submit deals year round. We negotiate deals, we talk about deals, we break down deals, and we do a lot of cool things. Talk about acquiring properties, we talk about disposition of properties, and we're doing that every single Wednesday all throughout the year. We are revamping it, and there's going to be 3 parts to the deal room. All right. Who here, if you've been on the deal room in the past Wednesday, before we started 12 Deals of Christmas, just say, I have. If you have not yet been on our deal room prior to the 12 Deals of Christmas, just put not yet. I want to see who all is here from the deal room and who has not yet been on one. All right. A lot of you have been on the deal room. Good. So the purpose of the deal room is for 2 things. And I'll roll back the curtain a little bit and show you our desires and what we're trying to accomplish. The first thing it's for is to help our mastermind and coaching community get more deals by negotiating deals live, your deals live. I almost never call my deals on the deal room. Almost always it's your deals. Occasionally, yes, I'll call one of ours too. Most of the time, I call your deals, our student and coaching community, because I want all of our coaching students to succeed. That's our desire for you. So the deal room is first that you get more deals. And then, in addition to that, it is to showcase to everyone who is finding us, hearing about us, maybe been on a challenge or been to one of our events. It's to get them to be able to show up, watch, learn, and listen on YouTube and have a fun time. Oh, crap, that's easier than I thought. Maybe I really can do this. And so we're going to have three parts to the deal room. Number one is going to be the market update. I'm getting ready to give you guys a quick overview of what 2025, what I have seen, and what I'm expecting in 2026. So number one is going to be market update. Number two is going to be closing deals live. So market update for the first bit, it's me talking to you on a market update. And then it's deal room live. It's me negotiating student deals, mastermind community deals, and coaching student deals that you guys have submitted to call. I'm going to be calling and negotiating those live every single Wednesday. And then part three, the special announcement that you've been waiting for, is I am going to be picking. I'm not guaranteeing this every week, but I am going to be doing this some weeks. I'm going to be picking one of our incredible mastermind or coaching student members, and we're going to be bringing them up. And what I realized is I had a call with Chris Dickey this morning, and we're going over the development he's working on and the projects that he's working on and the office space that he's building out and all of the incredible things that Chris is doing. I had a great call with Kay last night, and we were going over all the incredible things, Kay, that you're working on. I had a call the other day with Judy. I have a call every little while with one of our incredible members, and I realized we'll spend 30 minutes or an hour and a huge breakthrough happens. A idea, a moment, a execution point, a delegation point, or a connection of, oh crap, you just need to hire this person. Let me connect you. I'll group text you tonight. And those breakthroughs happen. And I said, how can we multiply the breakthrough? So we decided we are going to bring up a member many weeks, and it's going to be me and that member on the screen. And one week, maybe it's me and Kay. One week, maybe it's me and Leo. Maybe one week it's me and Sean. And we're going to deep dive into the business, whatever is going on in your life, as much as you're comfortable sharing. And we're going to deep dive. And while I'm helping Sean break through a challenge of maybe getting funding for a deal and setting up his 2026 for success and dealing with some challenges that he might be facing, suddenly Carl goes, well, crap, I can relate to that. Devin goes, well, shoot, I've been hitting that same roadblock. I get it now. And so before long, breakthroughs start to multiply because success is contagious. All right. So that's going to be part three. So part one, market updates. Part two, closing deals live. Part three, breakthroughs for some of you guys. All right. And that's the deal room. We've hired a virtual producer. It's going to be produced. We're going to be adding some cool segments. We're going to have a lot of fun and just really putting a lot of effort into that in the new year because I want it to be a place. You know, I often have community members come to me and they're like, Andrew, you know, where do I have somebody to start? How do I introduce someone to Truca, to Leo and Andrew? And so the deal room is going to be a place where no matter what day you meet someone and you're going, oh my gosh, like you got to see what's going on. You can immediately send them a YouTube link. If they're not students, they won't be allowed in the Zoom. They'll be on the YouTube. But you can immediately send them a YouTube link and say, hey guys, you got to sign up here. You got to go watch and see what happens. All right. So making it easier for you to help more people. Next, the 12 deals of Christmas. It is extended through next Tuesday. Bill's excited. I like it. It is extended through next Tuesday. So starting tomorrow, we are live only on YouTube through next Tuesday. So if you hop on a Zoom room, you will be waiting in a Zoom room saying, waiting for host to start meeting. I will not be on Zoom. I will be on YouTube all the way through next Tuesday, every day except Sunday. All right. So New Year's Day. Somebody said, are you going live New Year's Day? Yes, I will be live on New Year's Day. That's tomorrow. Happy New Year, everyone. All right. How's everybody feeling? How's the energy now? What's up, Cindy? What's up, Lauren? Good to see you. What's up, Laura Lee, Alicia? Good to see you. Joanne, Bill Welsh. So good seeing you, man. I love what you're doing. All right, 2025, we experienced 3 rate cuts. 2026, I was just reading a prediction. I love reading smart people's predictions, and it doesn't mean they're right. It just means it's interesting to see. So what we do know is President Trump wants rates cut. He wants to get rates cut. Of the Fed chair, 3 of the people right now are Trump appointees. A person is retiring in January. Another Trump appointee will be coming in place in the middle of the year. Jerome Powell will be moving along from the job, and a new person will be coming in, a Trump appointment. And I was just reading an economist, Mark Zandi, and CNBC economy report, and he predicts that there will be 3 rate cuts in the first half of 2026. Now, I think that's interesting because it seems to me, my perception, and by the way, this is what I want to see for all of you guys, is that we are able to take the information, just like you're taking this information in right now. You're hearing this, you're listening to this, you're watching me close deals. You take the information in and you go, does this make sense for me? And by thinking better, thinking more clearly, by being able to ask better questions, we can get to better answers. So you're hearing this information and you're going, okay, makes sense. Well, while I had believed that rate cuts would likely not happen that much until the middle of the year when Jerome Powell is replaced, I also realized that Jerome Powell knows that he's being replaced in about 5 months. And also that since President Trump came into office and President Biden left office, about 300,000 government workers have been eliminated. The roles have been eliminated. However, the jobs report came in showing in the month of November still a actual up, 46,000 new jobs. Now, I share this because with all those moving parts, you're seeing unemployment tick up a bit. You guys enjoy me geeking out on numbers a bit. Who's my thinker brains going, I love this stuff. Go deeper. Just say, I'm a thinker brain. Who's my action brain saying, just dial the freaking seller already. All right. I get it. We're almost there. So President Trump has enacted policies, Doge happened, all the various things that's happened, about 300,000 job roles eliminated from the government. If you realize that the still employment gone up for the month of November, in spite of all of that happening, while government jobs are on the decline, the private sector has added enough jobs to more than make up for that. However, it continued that unemployment has continued to rise a bit. So because of that balance that's happening, I think that it is a possibility that rates could be cut. Here's what I do know. Regardless of when they are cut, I do believe in 2026 we will encounter some rate cuts. And regardless of when they are cut, you, as the real estate investor, can be out buying houses. 81% of mortgages, from data last I knew just a few days ago, 81% of mortgages are still below 6%. Meaning, if you talk to 10 sellers that have mortgages on their houses, 8 of them are going to have a debt 5, 4, 3, or 2%. Okay? So making sure that you are digging into this and understanding that it is an incredible time to be gathering deeds. Type it in the chat, gather deeds. All right? So realizing that with all of the ebb and flow happening, And I'm going to give you guys this perspective real quick, and then we're going to dive into calls. If you are in the, if you have less than, let's say 50 properties, I think it's a very smart strategy, and this is an exception for a few of you. It's a very smart strategy to learn boss flow. How do we buy houses and sell them on lease option? Great strategy to go out and get your first several properties, gathering deeds, buying those deeds, buying those houses with only a little bit of money, a few $1,000 maybe out of pocket, closing those properties, taking ownership, and turn around and sell them on lease option. In my opinion, there's no better way to go from zero or no real estate in to start getting a portfolio together. Now, once you've done that, I think there is tremendous opportunities, whether it's commercial properties, trailer parks, strip centers, multifamily projects, all sorts of things depending on your unique superpowers. So this is a season where I want Reggie and Tammy and Darylyn and Alicia and Henderson and Valerie gathering deeds and putting yourself in a financial position so that in 2026, when rates do drop, you can continue gathering deeds, but also can add additional income streams to your portfolio. All right. We'll talk more about that on another call at another time. Talk about the numbers and how to get there. Overall, I had made myself some notes here because I was geeking out on this stuff. When I get into numbers and metrics and predictions and all the reports, I start it and I look up and it's an hour that has already passed by and it flies by. So as of right now, the 50-year mortgage idea that was floated it seems to be not happening. The idea of transferable mortgages, so basically taking what we do and making it mainstream in a simplest terms, is happening. There's still pent up demand, 5 to 6 million buyers who are not purchased a house yet, who when rates go down will be able to. And we are still at substantially lower rates at the end of this year than we were at the beginning of this year. All right. So 2025 is coming to an end. Rates have been cut. 2026 is, in my opinion, going to be probably one of the most incredible years in real estate that we've seen in our lifetimes. I believe that because whatever your political perspective is, we have a real estate investor in the White House. And from the past tax bills we've seen, from the past legislation we've seen, the laws that are coming down are going to continue to be very real estate investor friendly. They'll be helping you with your taxes, whether it be making it better for you as the investor or a variety of ways and making home ownership more attainable. So the point being, when more houses move, it's a huge indicator of how the economy is going. When more houses are moving, more good things are happening. Type it in the chat, velocity. The speed at which these deeds are changing hands, these properties are transferring, these houses are being bought and sold. All right. So knowing that the velocity is speeding up, knowing that we have a real estate investor in the White House, a real estate developer who is very pro legislation around real estate investing, I fully believe that the things coming down the pipeline, you'll hear some fear mongering, whether it be outlawing wholesaling, whether it be additional things that investors immediately, all the riffraff that you always hear, oh my gosh, what if this happens? And then wholesaling's illegal, or what if this happens? And then I can't do the way I was structuring. As real estate investors, as entrepreneurs, we solve problems. And if you look over any decade period, there's never been a decade that there hasn't been new rules enacted. In every situation, though, you will find if you have positioned yourself for success, you've heard the statement, the rich get richer. And regardless of what your perspective is on that, I want you to position yourself on that side of things. How can we do what the 1% are doing to get the result that the 1% are getting? The 1% solve problems, don't make excuses. The 1% run in when others are running out. And that's what this is all about. All right, so 52 weeks ahead of us for 2026. Let's go. I'm going to be live every Wednesday doing these deals. I'm going to be live on YouTube every day except Sunday through next Tuesday, and we're going to do some dials. Who's ready for some live dials today? All right. I'm going to keep building this momentum. Sandra is ready for a call. Thank you, Joe. We will call Sandra first. We have Sandra. We have Carrie's lead. We have lots of good leads today. All right. Sandra, where are you? Here we go. Dialing Sandra now. Thank you so much, Gail and Anya.
Hello.
Hello there. How are you?
Hi. Too much. Is this Andrew?
This is. How are you, Sandra?
Do you go by Andrew or Andy?
I go by either, but Andrew's fine.
Okay. Situation. People call me Sandy, and a lot of people know me as Sandra. So
Oh, wow. Do you have a preference?
I like how my new friends call me Sandra. It's
Okay.
kind of dignified, so I do like it.
Well, cool.
So I didn't like it at all. But I
Oh, wow. Well, I
that
guess
was how we changed.
we change over the years, don't we?
But yeah, we do. Weird how that works out, but yeah, it's pretty cool.
I love it. Well, good. Joe was telling me, sent me back. I've seen you had emailed back. So just wanted to really nail down the numbers on these 7, find out what kind of rate he was looking at, kind of confirm the timeline, just make sure he's getting on the same page so that we can send over something that's updated that, the numbers work for you and us. Great. And
The contract I have at Mount Vernon, which I think is fair. I mean, interest rates are crazy right now, and there was a time when they were kind of lower, but he at the time when we set up ours was 5%. I think that's fair, fair number as far as percentage. I don't know what your thoughts are, but I was willing to work with that, and it was either whichever plan I chose to go with. 5% was standard, so.
got it. Okay. And then I'm gonna type in the numbers with those. What else, if anything, on that offer was missing for you?
I guess the down payment needs to be like 10%, because I think that's what I paid 5%, which are 10%, which is what I had to put down. He said that too, so that was and it's pretty standard. I think even banks, I think on rental property they charge 20% down, something like that, or command that much. But
Yeah, that's why we don't do banks.
I think 10% is a more viable figure.
See, so our biggest question mark and the 3 offers, just so you know what we're working to accomplish here, is the retail price on those. I'm not opposed to writing a $50,000 or $75,000 check, but if we do, making sure that we're getting just a little bit of equity and make it make sense. In other words, I don't want to pay retail and standard interest and 10 or 20% down. Yeah. So is there a number, like, are you needing this 10% for anything specific, or you just want to make sure like you don't get the properties back?
I guess on both scenarios.
Okay. Fair. Cool. And then how important to you, like if we said, hey, we could either do, maybe 7 or 8% down instead of 10, or and 5% interest, or we could do 10% down, but we want the interest rate to be like closer to 4. Like, is one of those more important to you than the other?
Well, I mean, I'll entertain whatever you come up with as far as, do you know any amortization schedules stuff like online that you can?
Yeah. Yeah, we can run an AM for you.
Those are pretty easy to, you just type in something, amortization schedule, a lot of stuff pops up on scenarios for that, and plugging in figures and setting it up how you would like to. That way you can customize it how you want.
Yeah.
I like that.
And just so you know, me and Joe was arguing over that. He's a CPA, and he said to me, we need to put an amortization schedule on this. And I said, no, keep it simple. So he was right.
So, because I was surprised that I didn't get that actually, but in this business, you never know.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough. All right, cool. So we will run it both ways with a little bit bigger on the down and a lower interest rate, and then a little bit less on the down and the 5% interest. We'll send that back over to you, and then we'll get that out to you probably in the morning. And then when should we reconnect and just see which best is a fit for you?
I'll give me a chance to look it over, roll the figures over and stuff. So
Yeah.
what's today? Tuesday?
Wednesday, last day of 2025.
They're church night too. I guess
Yeah.
it's a big walk night at church.
Oh, that's fun.
In the new year church. That's and we used to do that.
Yeah, we did. We did the watch night services and everything.
That's the days when I used to go all the time. I don't
Yeah.
go that's all. But my membership's in Illinois, and I just can't justify making the trip down there, and it's cold.
No, no kidding. It's cold.
I get too old for this stuff.
You sound young. You sound young, Sandra.
Well, thank you. Everybody says that, but numbers don't lie, darling.
Fair enough. Fair enough. All right. So
So get that together, and I guess at the latest date we could maybe look at Friday before, like around 11 or something.
yeah, that should work fine. Friday, late morning, midday, give or take. We'll give you a ring and
I mean, I'll be flexible, and as far as I know, I don't have anything. I do have a guy wanting to move temporarily into one of my vacant places, so I'll be a little bit busy with that, but
okay.
it'll all work out okay. So I'll talk to you then on Friday.
Sounds good, my friend. Anything pops up in the meantime, let us know, and we'll talk to you on Friday. You'll have an email from us no later than tomorrow.
Appreciate it, sir. You have a good night.
Appreciate you. All right. Bye-bye. All right. Well, Joe, sounds like you're about to buy a portfolio. Way to go. Did you get those notes from that call? And if not, do we need to have a quick chat after, Joe, or you got all that? Yeah, I love you too, brother. Yes, that's looking exciting. So, quick note, give you guys context because some of you guys have hopped in here since we started following up on this. So, this is a lead that Joe and Judah sent months ago, probably, gosh, I don't know, maybe middle of the year. And I talked to Sandra. Some of you guys were on that very call, Bill, because I think you've been on every call with one or two exceptions. And some of you were on that call. I know Judith was on that call. August. Thank you, Joe. That was an August lead. So we were on the phone with her. It wasn't ready to move forward, kind of dead ended. Time and circumstance change every seller's mind. Type in the chat, follow up, follow up. Guys, your follow up is going to determine like how many deals you buy. It's incredible. And so follow up is going to be your key here. So follow up on the deal. So Judith, being an absolute master at follow up, text me, or not text me, uploads this lead the other day and then texts me and says, "Hey, I just put a new lead in, Sandra." And I'm like, "I remember this lead." And so Sandra has multiple houses, and we've probably now had 5 calls with Sandra, and we're buying, assuming that this goes through, we're buying, I believe it's 7 properties. Don't quote me on that. 7 properties from her. Now, why do I like this portfolio? Is it close to retail? Yes, it is close to retail, but I like buying multiple houses at once. I like buying multiple houses at once because number one, we're probably going to step into some immediate cash flow. The houses are rented out, some of them under rented. Number two, the 65 or 70 down is probably going to come from a private money lender or private money partner. And probably after we buy the darn things, we'll sell one of the houses to pay off the private money lender or private money partner. And then we'll keep the rest of the houses paying her every month. Making sense so far? Yes? Everybody on track? And then we'll turn them over to our property manager. Any that are vacant will lease option. And who knows? Kay might go find a tenant buyer, might already have one lined up, and may bring us back our down payment money in a matter of a few months just from lease options, and we keep the whole darn thing. All right. One note for those of you who are thinker brains, it's very important to note this. If you're buying a portfolio, make sure you have either A, separate mortgages, or B, release clauses. Because if you don't have a release clause, I'll give you an example. You buy this portfolio, you owe her, let's say, $600,000 for round numbers. Let's say her payment to her is $4,000 for quick math. You owe her $4,000 a month on 7 properties. Okay, you rent out 7 properties. You're maybe bringing in 7 or 8,000. Things are good. And then all of a sudden, one day, you get an offer to sell 4 of them. If you don't have the right release clauses, you sell 4 of them, and now she might say, "No, I'm not going to release those 4 unless you pay me off the full 600." And you go, "Well, crap! I was hoping to make some money." Or some release clauses from banks have built in you have to pay 120% of what you owe on the property. Well, it's not like you got to pay them more money than the 600, but now these 4 you was getting ready to sell, you owed 400,000 on. They want you to pay them 500,000, 120% to release those. So number one, you want a 1-for-1 release from values set up front, and number two, you want it where the payment readjusts. Because if it's all on one blanket loan, even if you only had to pay her off what's owed on these 4 properties, it would suck to only own 3 properties of the 7, and your payment's still $4,000 a month. All right. Mistake I made years ago. I got a bank loan and I didn't know about release clauses, and it had both of those. Number one, I had to pay 120% of the amount on the house to release it. And number two, my payment did not go down when I paid it off. And so I went from having a certain payment across 5 houses, selling 3 of them, and having the same payment on 2 only. All right. Now I'd got them in them right, so that's okay. So keep the questions coming in the chat. We got more dials to get to. Next, we have Steve. Steve, which lead, my friend, is waiting our call? Steve. James. Okay. We have James. Where's James? James. Here we go. James is awaiting our call, so we're going to give James a ring. And then after that will be Carrie's lead. This one's in Lexington.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're
She must be getting ready for the new year. All right, we will try Carrie's lead next. All right, type in from that Sandra call, the portfolio follow-up, just type in the chat your takeaways. I want to see what takeaways, if any, you had. What was some takeaways from that call? All right. Next, we have Gabriel on East 400 North. Okay, this is Carrie's lead. Sean, so good to see you. And hello, Gabriel. It's Andrew calling you back on the house. How you doing?
Good. How are you, boss?
I'm good, man. Did I catch you at a good time?
Oh, yeah.
Cool. I talked to my partner Carrie, and we was interested in the property. I was looking it over. From my understanding on the deal, looks like you've done all the majors. The roof in the last little while, the furnace, all the things are pretty up to speed. Is there any major things that I need to do to the house, or is it
Well,
good to go?
so the roof is actually one of the 2 things I told your partner about. I go, it's in fantastic shape. I'm on it usually about 2, maybe 3 times a year because all the trees shed so much. I've never noticed anything that's like, oh shit, it is a 10-year-old roof, just so
Mhm.
you know. But there's extra shingles out in the garage. Like I said, I've never inspected it, first of all. So, a closer look, maybe not, but there's nothing concerning about the roof. The one thing that I would say is probably close to shitting out, unless it was just built different, is the AC unit. The AC unit, I believe, is 13-ish years old. So it's probably on its last leg. Everything other than those two items, for the most part, yes, has been replaced within the last 5 to 6 years. Some things way more, recently. The water heater is probably only 6 months old. The furnace is probably 5 years old. The well system is probably 6-ish years old. I had to replace it as soon as I moved in.
The
Let's
well,
see.
is it on it's on its own well? Is it on a septic or are you on city sewer?
Septic as well.
Okay.
Septic is one thing they always told me that it was pumped right before I bought it, but I have never been able to locate the riser for it. I've had a lot of people say they can bring a tracker out, flush it down the toilet, and find it in about 5 seconds, but I've never had to do that. So that may be something else as far as just finding when that riser's at, but. I had to do the same thing with the well when that well pump went out. I had to go search for it, and I dug in the front yard and found it. And now it's got a riser on it, so it's no longer impossible to find. But
Cool. Okay. And how long have you had that place?
I have had it for probably 7 going on 8 years.
Okay, so okay. So we probably need to do that during the period of ownership. Yeah. Find
Yeah.
that. So
Can we use this?
Cool.
Just use that. Yeah, that's fine. Yep, go ahead. But yeah, everything else, man. Like I said, I really had some headaches at first because I just about had to replace everything within the
yeah.
first couple years of owning the house. But it should be nice for somebody.
Where'd you move to?
We moved to Spiceland, so we're about 30 minutes east of Greenfield. Oh, the electrical panel also was replaced for a
200 amp?
Pushmatic. Yep. So
Oh.
it's got a 200 amp Siemens
Good.
plug in it now.
Okay. And then you already purchased your new house and Spiceland. What and is there still a debt on this one or you already paid it off?
No, I owe, I believe 120 on it.
20, okay. You're asking
And I don't. Sorry, go ahead.
what's your asking price now?
So I told your partner, I believe, sorry, I've had probably 3 or 4 different calls in the last couple of days, which is weird because it went silent for a while.
Yeah,
I don't know what happened, but
probably the holidays.
I am going to drop the price again from what we have it listed at. I believe if you have seen my Zillow, it's at 264.9, I believe. Does that sound right?
That's correct. Yeah, I have it in front of me right
Okay.
now.
I don't want to put my foot in my mouth without talking to the boss, which would be my fiance.
Yep.
But it will not be any more than 250. So it will be at least,
Okay.
a $15,000 drop.
It-
Just because it was stagnant for so long. But yeah, anything else you're curious about on it?
Do you on that price drop? Well, actually, yes. On the loan, how much is your payments on that every month?
It is 920 a month, I believe, maybe 950. Everything's escrowed, so every once in a while, especially towards the end of the year, it'll bump one way or the other and usually fizzle back out. But
Okay.
I think it's nice.
So of course, I'm not a realtor, so me and Carrie would just we're not realtors, 6% commission and all that stuff. So we would pay the closing your side and ours and close with our real estate attorney. Would you entertain? What we do a lot of times is let's say we agree on a price at 240 something or whatever it is. We agree on the price and then we take over the debt, we cover it, principal, interest, tax, and insurance. We're responsible, and then is just a short-term owner financing. And then when we resell it is when we would pay you off your equity. Just a delayed cash sale. Is that something that would work for you and your fiance?
You know, it's something that I'm very unfamiliar with. Is there anything that you could send me? And it doesn't have to obviously, you know, because we haven't talked numbers, or is there anything that kind of breaks it down? Because she was explaining it to me, and what you guys do is awesome. First of all, just
Thank
you
you.
know, putting people in houses is commendable. On that end of it, I don't assume
Absolutely.
that there would be anything that really could, you know, it sounds like you guys pretty much eat up, you know, liability if anything goes wrong, or anything like that. So you know, knee jerk without really knowing too much, like it doesn't sound like a bad deal. And it doesn't sound like anything I would ever say absolutely not to.
Okay.
You know, obviously if someone comes by with 250 cash, like that's
Of course.
cash is always king. You know, that's I would say I would be interested in you bringing it.
Okay. And you and your fiance own this together, or is it just you that own it?
It is just me.
Okay. Yeah, so I will actually Carrie, I'll talk to Carrie here in a moment and she'll get you an email out no later than in the morning, just kind of recapping, what we do and just, simplified what reason a lot of people sell to us and is the fact that you net more that way, no realtors commissions and closing costs and all that stuff. And so
Right.
simple. It's just delayed. So as long as you don't need all the cash up front, then it's a win-win.
Well,
Yeah.
no, and that's kind of our thing is, you know, we don't have to sell it, and that's why we listed it ridiculously high at first. I'm like, oh, you know,
I
the
don't blame
market's
you.
booming, and we don't have to move it, and so yeah, no. Other than that, if you guys need anything from me, reach out. I'll save your number in here.
Cool.
But
And
yeah,
does Carrie already have, I'm looking here, she don't have it in the note. Does Carrie already have your email or do I need to grab that from you?
don't think she did.
Okay, can you give me that real quick?
Yeah, absolutely. It's G as in Gabe.
Yep.
My last name Couch 625 at hotmail.com.
At Hotmail. That was a couple
I
years
know,
ago.
It's a dinosaur, isn't it?
All right, well, cool. Well, good talking to you, Gabriel. And Carrie will have you that email out and then we'll reconnect here in the next day or so and we'll see if we can work it out to be a win-win. Great. If not, we'll part as friends and that'd be okay too.
Hey, absolutely. I appreciate your time, and yeah, nice talking with you as well.
Appreciate you, Gabriel. Bye for now.
Yep. Have a good New Year.
You too. Bye-bye. All right. Amazing. Anya, if you could, let's see. Get Gabriel's number, or not number, email that I am just sent to you. Get Gabriel's number to Carrie, please. Boom. All right. Mr. Couch. Cool name. Takeaways. What was takeaways from that? I want to see your takeaways before we go to the next lead. We got more leads to dial, and the clock ticks by so fast when we're hanging out. Elo says, I like this guy. Me too. Trust. Yes, that is really good. Bill says, sounds like a conversation I had last night. This guy's much appreciated and respecting what we do. And that's exactly it. Sandra seems motivated and flexible. Yes, she did. Communication is key. It comes back to how do we answer questions with questions? How do we ask the questions? How do we lead to their desired outcome? Think about it. This guy, him and his fiance are sitting on this house. They have the opportunity they know they could probably drop price to 220s, 230s and sell it real fast. In that case, they'd probably net walk away with in the low 200s. And imagine Carrie comes along and says, hey, we can pay 240. Oh my gosh, they're going to net way more by selling that way. Then Carrie puts it back up for a lease option. And what a fun time. All right, cool. Let's get to the next lead. We got more leads to dial. We got more leads. Anya, thank you so much for that list. Where'd it go? we are restructuring the studio a bit. Probably won't see much a difference on your side. Restructuring this a bit for the virtual developer or virtual producer to come in and join me. So there'll be a few little nuggets, a few little tech shifts that you're going to see me getting used to here. But what a fun time. All right, we have Tao's deal. Let's see, so we talked to Joe's, we called Steve's, we called Carrie's. Now we're calling Tao's lead. And then after that, we're calling Reggie's lead. Reggie and Sharon in the house. All right, let's see Tao's lead. Tao's lead is Sean on Wilson. Let's see if Sean will answer. For all of you who are in the coaching community,
Well,
hey, it's Andrew calling you back on the Wilson Avenue house. How you doing?
I'm pretty well. How are you?
I'm good. Did you catch it a good time?
Yeah.
Cool. I think talked to my partner about the property, and I just wanted to catch up to speed here. From my understanding, you bought it. It's a investment property. Is that correct?
I bought it. I mean, we're living there now.
Okay.
But yeah, we have another property that we've purchased that we're looking to build on.
Okay.
So I'm saying we've considered keeping this one as like a rental. But if we could get, if we could sell it and not have that little bit of overhead to worry about, it would help considerably.
Heck yeah, that makes perfect sense. Where are you building at?
Inlets.
Oh wow. Okay, very cool. Out in the country?
Yeah, it's a lot closer to family and stuff. It's like work, back where we're from.
Heck yeah. Way to go, man. Well, if we was to buy it, let's see, taking over that debt 67. If we was to buy it, take over the debt, cover the 670 a month until we paid it off, like what's the least you could take above the 67, knowing that we're not realtors, so no commissions or fees, like if what we agreed to is what you actually get.
Right. Comps in the area for the house is fully remodeled, are running around 110, 120 from what I've seen. Which I know this house probably still needs probably $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 just finishing touches to have it where it needs to be at. So we're open to hear offers. I have it listed for 89. Which I know, I listed a little bit high, but we had a little bit of room in there because I know, anything you list, you're gonna have somebody making an offer on it.
Of course, yeah. If we work out the numbers, how soon are you looking to move, or would you want some flexibility to live there a couple more months while you're building, or what's that look like?
I was gonna say, we can do either way. What I'm saying is I have a camper and
Okay.
everything like that. So like if we sold it, it's not a huge deal to get out of the property. It's just waiting to see what happens. If we can get it sold, we can get it sold. If not, then
Yeah. Okay. If we could buy it, take over the 67, us paying the closing, no 6% commission, and put 5 in your pocket, would that work for you?
yeah, something like that should work.
Okay. 5,000 in your pocket. Is the mortgage current?
Yeah, it's like 2 months behind. It's not like crazy out there.
Okay. 2 months. And then what about taxes and insurance? What is that escrowed? That's escrowed, right?
It is not. It is not escrow.
It's not.
The house is only on a 15-year term. There's only 13 years left on it.
How much is tax and insurance?
Taxes for both lots usually run around. For the house alone, it's like $945, and the lot next door. Like I told her, it has a second lot included. It has its own address and everything. That's kind of where we got the price. That's the one where I figured I'd throw in a second lot next door that is buildable. Taxes on that lot alone is like $70.
Yeah. 70 and 90. Okay. And then,
Because technically I'm selling two properties. I'm selling 2612 Wilson and 2614 Wilson.
right, yeah, two deeds, yeah, okay,
Yeah, when I already have them deeded together.
okay. All right,
Yeah,
cool.
I had that done whenever I purchased the property.
So our next steps are gonna be well, I guess let me ask you this. What we would be doing is we can make that work with 5 down and taking over the debt and closing on your timeline. The only thing is, of course, prior to closing, we'll come take a quick walk through to make sure there's no foundation caving in or something we don't know about. How soon would you be looking to close this?
I all want, so I mean, what's the offer? Y'all just want to take over the debt or y'all want to pay anything beyond the debt? Or
We would be taking over the debt and putting 5K in your pocket.
Yeah, I was gonna say, whenever I talked to her last night, I was gonna say she never really made an offer necessarily, but we kind of was thinking that we'd get something over, a little over the price, because originally I told her we was wanting like 10,000 down up front, and she said they'd probably do 5 and then add something on at the end of the term, possibly.
Mm-hmm. How far behind is it? Like how many dollars?
Right now we're at like 1,500.
15 behind. Okay, so
Yeah, so it's not nothing crazy.
1,500 is a lot of money for this poor country boy.
Well, yeah, but it's not nothing that's iron doable.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. All right, so if we could put, I mean, we could, I guess, what do you propose? We could buy it, we could take over the debt, we could bring the mortgage current, pay the closing for you, which is you probably know, closing's usually 3 or 4,000. We're not realtors.
Say last time, whenever I bought the house, my closing was only like $1,300.
Got it. So what are you proposing? If we put 5K in your pocket on top of closing, no realtor fees, and bringing the 1,500 current, what are your suggestion or asking?
Let me see, because I think my actual payoff's only like 63.
Mm-hmm.
So I was shooting high on the estimate, but yeah, the actual value of it's only like 63.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm saying we're willing to hear, because after I talked to her last night, I looked at the papers. So I did shoot that number a little high. So I mean, I didn't know if it would make a difference there, being at several thousand less than what we was originally calculating. Hello?
Yeah, I'm just looking at some numbers here.
Yeah, I didn't know if we could push anything around with that being what it is.
What if instead of, so 1,500 closing delinquent tax, are the taxes current or is there a tax bill outstanding?
It's not like outstanding yet. It's due for this year.
Okay, so the 945, what month will that be due?
We're due in April.
April, okay. So if we take that over, what if we could do, I could do taking that over, bringing it current, we could take responsibility for the taxes for you. We could put, the day we close, we could put 4,000 in your pocket, and then we could put 4,000 more in your pocket when we sell it. So 8,000 total over your debt.
So it'll be 4,000 up front, 4,000 when you sell it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I was gonna say, would you do the 5 up front and then the other 4 whenever you sell it? Is that in the picture?
If,
Because basically what we're using the money for is, it'd be the down payment on getting towards starting a new construction.
mm-hmm.
I'm saying I feel like that'd be fair, considering y'all was originally looking at $67,000 takeover, and it's only gonna be a 63.
We could give you 4,500 up front and 4 later.
Yeah, that'd be fair.
Okay. And then is this you and your wife own it together, or just you?
Just me. I got the house in a revocable living trust.
Okay. Perfect.
I'm
We'll
the
be
beneficiary and executor of the trust.
okay. I'll be closing with Borders and Borders. You know Borders.
That's who.
Oh, heck yeah! All right, this is gonna be easy
Yeah.
then.
Right.
And so we'll close with,
When
what,
was the last time you did a closing on Borders and Borders? Just out of curiosity.
it's been a few weeks.
Well, I was gonna say a couple months ago, I tried to another property. It was like a sub 2 deal, and they told me they no longer do sub 2 deals.
That's correct. They moved everything contract for deed, and when we do a sub two, we've been, anytime we do a sub two deal, we've been using another local one there.
So what's the difference between sub 2 and contract for deed? What's the difference there?
Is minor paperwork difference. So contract for deed just means that there's a recorded contract on the property. And if we're buying it sub two, means that, you know, we take ownership, we get the tax bill, we get everything. So just a minor document difference. So,
Basically, the property stays in my name under contract until y'all sell it.
mhm,
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
yeah. So, all right, cool. So we'll write this up and send it. What's your best email, brother?
STP Solutions 329@gmail.com.
Okay.
What kind of timeline do y'all look at whenever you buy the houses versus the resale? How do y'all do it? Do y'all like basically go through and button the house all the way up and then
Yeah.
do like a wholesale on the house, or do y'all list on the market with the realtor? Or how do you usually do that?
On rare occasion, most of the time what we do after we buy a house like this, you know, we close in 30 days or so, probably less, you know, just New Year tomorrow, won't be able to start till later in the week, getting the title work done. And then we close them up, and then after, you know, you move out and everything's done, we get the keys cleaned up, and then we put it up, and we normally sell it on lease option. And so, you know, we find somebody needs a little bit of time to qualify their credit, fix whatever's broke, or, you know, self-employed or something, need to know your tax returns. We help them fix whatever's broke on their credit, and then, you know, at that point, they cash us out, we make a profit, and then we pay off the loan and pay you off.
All right, so what's the typical turnaround time on that?
You know, I won't make you a promise I can't keep, sooner than later.
I'm just looking at like a typical,
I've,
on average.
I've had them happen in 3 months, and I've had them take a few years, but sooner than
Right.
better, we're on the same team.
Right. Do you all sign deed and lose on the houses basically? Like if y'all get behind on payments X amount of months or whatever, it defaults, or how do you do that?
We've never done that. I'm not opposed to that discussion, but I don't think after writing a check to you and writing a check to cure your current default, I'll default. But I respect the question.
Right. Because I do have a deed in lieu on the property as well. My lender one, so
Oh shoot!
I'd probably require the same one that they have.
Wait, so they took the property back or what?
No. It's not to that point yet, but I do
Got it.
have there is a deed in lieu in place.
Got it. Okay. All right. You bought this sub too?
No, it's not a sub 2 deal. I think it is it might be a sub 2 deal. I think
Got
it is.
Got it. Okay. All right. Yeah, we'll do whatever we need to make sure it's done right, and we'll close with an attorney. So, good stuff. So,
So I have the title to the house and everything like that in my possession. It's in my name, so.
cool. All right. We'll get this sent over. When will you be at a computer and be able to okay the agreement?
Probably tomorrow morning. With it being New Year's Eve and everything like that.
All right.
We got a little get together, a little family get together we're going to later tonight. So it'll probably be tomorrow morning.
Cal will get that agreement out to you, probably be in the morning before she gets that out to you anyway. So we'll get that out to you. We'll get it over to Borders to update the tile work. Be super simple since you already closed there. And then we'll get this wrapped up to be a win-win. And then as soon as we get that signed and back, we'll probably come out with the holiday, probably be next week. We'll come out and just do a quick stroll through and, you know, make sure there's nothing major that we missed. Cool?
Yeah, that's cool. Like I'm saying, the house is it's structurally sound.
Yeah.
There is a cistern on the property that was not disclosed to me whenever I purchased the property.
Yeah.
But I have discovered it. I don't know what grows in there, because I've been meaning to get in touch with Borders and Borders about that, because I don't know. I'm not sure if it's a cistern or an old well. And it was not disclosed to me whenever I purchased the property.
So is it on city water?
Not usually, no. I've never had any problems out of it.
So is it on city sewer and water, or you're on a cistern all the time?
No, the house is on city water and sewer,
Got it. Okay.
and it any water, but from my understanding, that's something that's supposed to be disclosed whenever you.
Yeah, for sure. If you got disclosures, if you got a seller's disclosure. All right. Well, we'll send that over. Thank you for letting me know that. And we'll come out, and when we meet in person, we'll talk probably my partner actually come out, but we'll meet in person, and they'll meet you in person. We'll talk through and any questions you have for us, any questions we have for you, and we'll get this thing wrapped up. Any other questions you have for me right now, brother?
No, but I just wanted to make you aware of that because I was not made aware of that whenever I purchased a property. And I don't like doing business like that.
I appreciate that, man. Yeah, we don't like negative surprises. Good surprises are good, but not the negative ones.
Yeah.
Cool.
Because we plan on putting a sump pump in the basement,
Yeah.
and we there's a drain in the basement floor,
Mm-hmm.
so it was supposed to hook into the storm drain, so we was gonna cap that off. And whenever we went to cap that drain off, we discovered
Everybody
that
give a
it
shout out to
had-
Pal for the lead. Let's go.
Kind of stop there.
Absolutely.
So,
Cool,
that
man.
was something. But yeah, I was just wanting to make y'all aware of that.
I appreciate that, brother. All right. Well, we'll get that agreement out to you no later in the morning. We'll get that okayed and back. We'll start with Borders. We'll send it over on the second when they reopen, and then we'll move this puppy forward, and we'll talk between the
All right.
meantime. We'll see you next week. All right, brother.
Appreciate it.
All
Thank
right. Have a fun time tonight. Happy New Year. Bye.
you. Thank you.
All right. Oh, goodness. Anya. Anya in the house. If you're here, Anya, let me know. Anya, note down. So Anya or Gail, actually both of you, because I don't see Anya here. Anya and Gail, please note down the Wilson for our organic content meeting. Note down Wilson, Sean on Wilson Avenue. Note down Sean on Wilson Avenue. That's the call we just did, and that's what we'll have the team. We'll cut that call up into a special training because that was a good one. All right. Takeaways, questions, feedbacks. We still have a couple more leads to get to. Everybody good to stick on a few extra? Got to get these leads dialed. Everybody sticking around? All right, cool. I'm going to read your questions. I'm going to read my YouTube folk. What's up? Reggie and Sharon, we're getting to your leads. Sharon and Reggie says he's a talker. Yes, he is. Russell Back says Andrew deal wrapped. Yes, sir. Verbally wrapped up. If he okays the agreement, as I'm assuming he will. Sounds like a win. Tau for the win. Let's go, Lauren. Appreciate the celebration. Great lead. Oh, goodness, Darylyn. I was hoping you'd give me the credit. You said it was just a good lead. Crap. Thought I was good on the phone. I'm kidding. It was a great lead. Good job, Tau. I like this guy, Elo says. Yes. Great conversation. I think it's a deal. Yes, it is. This is just a really good standard little deal. Good stuff. All right, let's see. Christopher says, are you using calculator of some sort as you're talking with them and playing with down payments, purchase prices, and rates? No, I am writing notes and doing math in my head. You can use EZ calculator. I recommend all of you have that, and if you're needing to. But ultimately, it's just getting the lowest down payment possible. And if I'm going to give them more money later, I want to give less now, and vice versa. Play with resistance. Type it in the chat. Play with resistance. All right, I'm going to answer a couple questions. Sean, is Sean Sluggett in the house? Carl asked, is the extra lot included? Yes, the extra lot is included. He told Tal that, and he reiterated that right there, and we will put that on the purchase agreement. So Tal, make sure that that is noted for the purchase agreement. Sean is in the house. Sean, I seen your text for the deal that we negotiated together on the deal room. The guy is talking about an assumable mortgage. You're not assuming the mortgage. So it just needs to be another chat with him. And the phone call, if you'll remember on that call, he said, no, I will not do it because the loan stays in my name. I don't want to do that. And I hit back and I said, cool. I get that, but if our attorney will drop the documentation where the loan still stays in your name and the wraparound mortgage shows we're responsible. Is it something you would consider? And he come back and said yes. So apparently there was either a lack of clarity or his lender changed his direction. So you just got to call him back, and it's a 50-50 shot. Either he's cool with it, you wrap it and move it forward, or else he wants you to assume it. And which I wouldn't do it if I were you. You can do whatever you want, but I wouldn't assume it. Plenty more deals out there to go buy. All right. We got a lead to call for Beverly. We got a lead to call for Reggie. We got a lead to call for Christopher. And that will about conclude today. So let's get on this deal with Reggie if I have a phone number. Let me find this lead. Reggie, did you I have the list of property addresses, but I don't have the seller's number. Did you submit this in the 12 deals link or the deal room link with his number? Or also you have my cell phone, Reggie. Reggie and Sharon are part of our mastermind. You can text me. Reggie and Sharon, if you're on, text me the number. Mandy's daughter. Text me Mandy's daughter's number. All right. And we'll call your lead. Wait for that. In the meantime, we're going to call Beverly's lead, Chris's lead, and then we'll wrap up. If I have Mandy's daughter's number about this 6-house portfolio with that one as a final call for the day. And we will be back tomorrow. Same place, same time. YouTube only. YouTube only tomorrow. Remember that. We'll be back tomorrow. We'll be back every day. All right. We're calling another lead. This one is Chris's lead. Is Chris Seals in the house?
Yeah, I'm here, Andrew. I put a note at the start there that when I texted him to give him a window today, he said he'd spoke with the wife and quote unquote wasn't comfortable with owner financing.
Cool.
I said I'd let you know and to keep me in mind in the future. I'd say it's your call if you still want to talk to him.
Awesome. Thanks for the heads up. If he answers, we'll see if we turn to no.
Hello.
Hey, it's Andrew calling you back on that house you're selling on 3rd Street. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm good. I know you talked to Chris and was talking about some stuff on the house. I just got 2 minutes. I wanted to follow back up with you on it.
I already talked to him this morning. I told him that me and my wife said we weren't going to go through with the owner financing stuff. So
Oh, okay. You mind me asking why not?
we just don't really understand a whole lot and don't really feel comfortable doing it.
Okay. Well, definitely shouldn't do something you're not comfortable with. Let me ask you this. Because if we did do it and no clue if it's a fit or not yet till I, spend the next 60 seconds with you. Is it a mobile?
No.
No, it's a foundation and a stick built.
Yep.
Okay. If we did it, we bought the house that way, we would close with an attorney. Have you got any other offers on the house yet?
No, not yet.
Okay. If we could close with an attorney and like lay it out where it all made sense and you and your wife felt comfortable, would it be worth hearing a little more from us on it?
Well, the main thing that I don't really feel comfortable with is when I was talking to Andrew or the other guy, he was telling me that if something was to happen and you guys got it foreclosed on, I would get the house back. And
We're on a live
the only thing I
stream.
don't really like about that
I
is
can sign.
like if some damages were to occur and and they didn't get fixed and then the house was foreclosed on and I had to take it back, I'd have to deal with the monthly payment and the damages.
Got it. So yeah, basically, and you still have a debt on this one?
Do what?
You still have a debt or it's paid off?
No, I still have a mortgage on it.
Okay. And what was how much cash is coming to you versus how much is the debt that we'd be taking care of?
What do you mean?
Like, you're asking, your debt's 170 and your ask price is 200, right?
Yeah.
Okay, it's about 30K. Okay. So we'd be buying it, taking over that debt and then, paying you out once we resell it. And just so you know, and I should have told you earlier, but basically I've been doing this for the last 12 years and bought a few hundred houses this way. So an attorney would draw up the paperwork so you are protected. Now again, if it would keep you awake at night, knowing that you're waiting on some money out there, then you shouldn't move forward with it. But if it's something that you would like to consider, we can discuss how all you're protected and kind of that track record and what that looks like.
Well, like I said, me and my wife already discussed it, and we decided we weren't going to go through with it. So,
Okay, cool. Awesome, brother. Well, we'll note down. We'll give you a call in a month or two, see if anything's changed or up, and hopefully you get a great offer in the meantime. I appreciate you.
all right, thank you.
All right, bye for now. All right, we'll call Bev's lead next in just a moment. But first, we got a deal to close. What's up, brother? We have a deal signing. We have a deal closing in Evansville, Indiana on Wagner. Wagner, I hear.
Yeah,
What's your name?
Travis.
Travis? I'm Andrew. We got Travis in the house, our mobile notary. So we're gonna sign this
I
document.
don't know if that one's you.
This one's Leo.
That is?
Yeah.
Okay. Is this like his, that's all his information there? Cause no, Golden Doodle.
Yeah. This one. Oh, this one's mine.
Okay,
So manifest is Leo, next level is mine.
okay.
Cool. All right, cool. Boom.
Who's gonna sign on the LLC? Would that be you or would that be?
Leo.
Okay.
Yeah. The first one. How's the energy in the house? You guys feeling good still? Type your energy levels in the chat. I'm excited. We're gonna close this deal. And then Bev, your lead is next. I see you there in your mobile office. I like your Truca green shirt.
We got a lot here.
Cool. You guys good sticking around while I close some documents before we call Bev's lead? All right, we got lots of 10s and 9s energy level. They said, crap, I thought you just talked about this stuff. You actually buy houses?
There's a bunch of initials here.
Cool.
I don't know if they're gonna be both of you guys on this one. It's got like Leo there and then it's got Andrew.
Perfect. So I'll initial next to it. You can initial on it. Cool. Thank you.
Let me set this down for a second.
Cool. Yeah, you can
Or up here.
do that. You can join me on screen if you want. You can do whatever you want, bro.
Alright.
I see you, Bill, getting precise with your numbers there.
Nothing on those.
Perfect.
Borrower. You guys both, the borrower or,
Yeah. Let me see the last page of this one.
this is page 2, okay.
Yeah, tell us whether they just want his or both on this one. So we actually, so you guys know, we have a new lender we just established a relationship with. They just closed the deal for Chris Dickey. You wouldn't mind me sharing. And they have a couple other deals in the works right now, and we're testing out. They were able to pull this closing off for us in under 10 days for a
Second one
quick
just
purchase.
looks like, Leo right there.
Okay, perfect. Then we'll leave just him to sign all those.
Okay. This is the note.
So this is a lender we'll be rolling out to the entire community here. Entire Freedom Life family. I want to introduce you guys to these guys because they're funding deals in a way that I'll explain on a call at some point, where It's really incredible rates for what's going on right now. So it's a great way to be able to pay cash for properties. For example, this property appraised for 155, we're getting it for 100, paying cash for it, but it's this lender's cash. Who here in 2026 needs access to more capital? Just put me in the chat if you're looking for access to more capital in 2026. To your point, Steve asked, what time is YouTube live tomorrow? It is the same time, brother. Same time every day. Christopher said the seller's concerns about getting the house back. Any suggestion there? Yes. So the problem was his wife was the decision maker and she wasn't on the phone. So I would give him a follow-up in a few weeks and get his wife on the phone. Awesome. Perfect. It's a big stack of papers. And Chris, on that lead to have them come in and just be concerned in that follow-up, if you can get him and his wife on a three-way call and just continue the discussion, because what they're saying there is they don't know enough about you to trust you yet.
I'd say right here.
Perfect.
There's named the notary.
Can I see the page before it?
It doesn't have any name on it,
Mhm.
but maybe it's only one because that's could be him to sign there, and then down here would be the notary part.
So this is all for Leo, right?
Yeah, I think so.
I agree. Cool. Yes, Bill, you will submit your leads. All of you who are in the coaching community, you will still submit your leads through the same 12 deals of Christmas link the rest of the week. And then the deal room we link every week going forward, including next Wednesday. Steve says, and maybe add more clarity on what if you default, Chris. That's a good point too. And that's going to come back to the comfort level, because what he's doing is he's no doubt, just now gaining an understanding of what this is. Like, how is Chris going to buy his house? And then he's working to try to explain that to his wife, something he's just learning about or trying to understand. And so as he's trying to explain it to his wife, it's, now a challenge because he's explaining something he probably is just now learning about. And so being able to explain it effectively isn't really possible for him. And so if you can get her on the phone and now you get them both on the same page, and either it works or it doesn't. We're about to call another lead for everybody who just popped in, but we're closing a deal first.
I'm guessing this W9 is probably going to be for Leo.
Yeah. And also, if you would like as soon as you and Leo have signed,
Yeah.
I'll be wrapping up here in about 10 and
Yeah.
I'll pop down and
Okay.
we can look them all through together again just to make sure we're good.
That sounds good. Then I'll have you sign my journal down there then.
Okay.
All
Good to
right.
meet you, brother.
Yeah,
And
you
let me
too.
give you my ID just so you have it.
Yeah.
I'll pick it up from you.
Sweet.
Awesome.
Thank you.
All right. Give it up for Travis in the chat. Appreciate you, brother. I'll see you in a minute. All right. Good, good. They're shouting you out. You're famous, Travis.
Take a little picture of it.
You sure can. Everybody smile real big. Travis is getting a picture. All right, perfect. So YouTube has a bit of a delay, as you can tell. All right. So last call of the day. This is Beverly's call. And this is John on third. So we just closed a deal with a lender that we just tested. And it's, well, closing actively as we speak. You guys are seeing. See you down there, brother.
Hello,
Hey, it's Andrew calling you back. How you doing?
doing okay?
Awesome, man. Hey, I was calling on the Third Street house. I catch you a good time. You got a quick second?
No, Hazel.
Okay.
Hazel.
Cool. So I was wanting to make sure I had the right facts here. How much are you asking on it?
So listed for between 130 and 140. Well, it's estimated between 130 and 140.
Okay.
So I'm not sure. It needs a little bit of work because it's older, but not much. I just had the HVAC replaced, a lot of the plumbing replaced. The main line has been replaced and an outlet put in there. So I've done quite a bit of work just this year alone on it.
And you bought it as an investment. It's now rented, right?
Yes.
Okay.
It's currently rented for $950.
Okay. What's got you contemplating selling, brother?
Just done with the rental side of
Fair.
things.
I don't blame you. It's sometimes better efforts can be put elsewhere. What are you do you still have a debt on it or is it paid off?
It's paid off.
Okay. What would you be if we could make an offer and we're not realtors, no fees or commissions or none of that crap, we pay the closing, your side and ours, like what would be a price, what would be the least you'd take?
Maybe 125.
And then would you entertain, a lot of times what me and Bev do is we'll buy a house and we'll do it with owner finance. We just pay you out over time, but your friend can move on.
She mentioned that.
Okay.
So what I told her is I would need the numbers. So, if you're going to buy it in cash, how much would you be paying in cash? And if you're going to do the owner financing, how much total would you be doing in the owner financing? That's pretty much what I'm basing things on.
Okay. Yeah, so we could buy it either way. The cash price is normally, way below value with fix and flip, so that probably would be an insulting number. And then the other way is we probably could be in the 120s for sure. We pay the close whenever you want, and we just start making you a monthly payment. And then we pay you every month until we decide to either resell it or refi it, at which point we pay you off the big check of whatever's remaining on that balance. If we did do that, well, how much is taxes and insurance on the thing?
I think I told Bev, I think it was $750 for the taxes, and then $800 for the insurance. I'm not sure. I gave her those numbers. I can't look at it right now because I'm not at my computer, but it was total about $65 a month. Yeah.
And then how much you're getting $950 rent, of course you're responsible for maintenance repairs. If we was to buy it and of course we're responsible for maintenance repairs, taxes and insurance, what would be the least amount you would accept from us every month until we paid you off that for 125 cash?
It really depends. So I think I mentioned to her 5 years would be good. I could probably do more, but it really depends. I think if I do 120, 5 years would be 25 a month, so about 2,000 a month. I think if I did 5 years.
We would be looking to do something a little longer on the AM and do a balloon payment. So if we put a 5 or 10 year balloon, payments are smaller. That way it supports itself, right? While we're rolling it up. And then we just have a balloon payment where we guarantee to pay you off the remaining balance and that 5 or 10 year mark. Would that work for you?
5 years would be ideal
Mhm.
for me,
Uh,
because mostly what I want to do is use that to pay off debt.
got it. Okay. If we could buy it for 125 net in your pocket, 500 a month for 5 years, and then pay you out the balance on or before then, would that work for you?
500 a month. Now, what about the renter?
We would own the house. You would be in the position of a bank, so we pay you 500 a month. We would be responsible for maintenance, repairs, taxes, and insurance, manage the tenant. We'd probably, whenever their lease runs out or they decide to move out, at that point is when we take action to either lease option the property or totally resell it and, turn a profit.
500 is a little bit low. Could we do more than 500?
What do you think realistically over the next?
50? How about 750?
My concern is if a water heater breaks or a HVAC goes out, that
Well,
kills.
the HVAC is brand new. I got it fully replaced in January.
We could probably go 650 a month.
Yeah, I could do that.
So we buy it, we pay the closing, we'd start paying you 650 a month. We'd take care of taxes and insurance and maintenance repairs. And in 5 years or less, so on month 61 or sooner, we would owe you the remaining balance of the 125.
Yeah, and then it would be. So when is the actual? So the payment, because I'm gonna have to pay taxes.
So
Are you buying it outright now?
So we would be buying it now. We take ownership. You're in the position of a bank. So I'm not a CPA, don't claim to be. You need to consult with your CPA to confirm the exact numbers of your taxes. But what my CPA has told me is that it helps on my taxes because I'm not actually getting 125K this year. I'm getting, you'll be getting 650 times 12 round numbers. What is that? $8,000. You'll be actually collecting $8,000 in the year 2026. You don't actually get the payout until, we refinance it or resell it in year 60 and month 61 or sooner.
Yeah.
But
As long as I don't have to pay the capital gains
correct.
taxes right away, then I'm good.
Absolutely. Okay. So we'll write it up that way and we'll send it over and then we will recommend, of course, talk to your CPA and make sure that you're good there. But that's my understanding and how we've done this a few hundred times. What's your best email for me to send this purchase agreement over for you?
NinjaBob42@yahoo.com. NinjaBob42@yahoo.com.
Okay. That's a cool email. All right, cool.
I've had it since the 90s.
I love it. All right.
I was a cartoon though in high school.
That's awesome, brother.
I've had it for that long.
I love it. I love it. All right, cool. All right, so we will write this up 125, 650 a month.
A management company right now.
Okay.
They're going through, so it's going through the management company. I don't know if you want them to keep it or if you want to handle it all yourself.
Probably we'll end up bringing it in-house at some point, but we don't have to do that immediately. Yeah, I like to get as few disruptions for the tenant and for the flow as possible. Do you have a copy of the lease handy, or would that need to be gotten from them?
No. They should, I believe they have it.
Okay, cool. We'll need that, of course, before closing. When will you be near your computer, look this over and okay the agreement? So we can get started paperwork.
Probably Friday-ish.
All right, cool. Beverly and I are
holidays and all.
absolutely. Yeah, we'll be cranking you probably have it tomorrow evening sometime. You have the agreement and then you can review it Friday. If you have any questions, you can hit us up, but otherwise as soon as we get it signed back from you, Friday night or Monday morning, we'll send it over to title and start paperwork and then we'll come do a final walkthrough right before close. So all right,
That'll work.
cool. All right, congratulations, man. Looking forward to it. All right, talk soon. Bye.
Yeah.
All right, that was John on Hazel. Anya, Gail, please note that one down. For some reason, it was showing up on my Google Docs as 3rd Street, and I guess I'd moved a box or done something. So note that down, John, on Hazel for me, Anya and Gail, so that we can do that as well.
Andrew, did I mention that I love you today?
I love you too. How you feeling? How you feeling about that?
I'm feeling good, and it's funny because I just literally talked to this lead like a half an hour before this show, and I had talked with my team, and we were going to offer exactly the same thing that you did with the $500 a month, and we were going to be willing to go as high as $600, but you went to $650. So I'm feeling excited about that too, because that we planned out and then you did it. So
Heck yeah. Well, way to go. Well, thank
Thank
you.
you.
Great job.
thank you.
100% principal. So that's the linchpin there. So it's not a home run on the middle end, you know, you be able to break even, but front end and back end, you have some room there. So way to go, Bev. Congratulations, Bev. Congratulations, Tao. Please, Anya, Gail, make sure that I know Bev, you have the coach, Tao. Make sure that Bev and Tao get any assistance they need from the coaches and myself on getting these agreements out. Guys, go make some money. Go make some contracts. I know today has been immensely valuable. Lots of fun things happening, including an unplanned virtual closing that I didn't expect to do live and on air, but here we are, and congratulations to us all. Today's a winning day. You guys feel this momentum? Like literally coming into 2026 with this momentum, you realize just the fact you freaking showed up and turned in leads and talked to sellers, you've put yourself on the map as above 90% of other real estate investors. It's New Year's Eve. What the heck are you crazy people doing hanging out buying houses? But here we are. All right, it's what we do. God bless you guys. Go enjoy the rest of the new year. You know what? It's New Year's Eve. I'm going to pray us out. We'll be back tomorrow on YouTube. We'll be live to YouTube every day at noon PST, 3 EST, except Sunday through next Tuesday. Wednesday, we're launching a new and improved deal room. And we got exciting things coming with the new format I was telling you about. God, thank you for everybody here. Thank you for the wins today. Thank you for opportunities. Thank you for life. Thank you for 2025. And many of these beautiful faces I won't get to see till next year, till 2026. And anytime we come to the end of a year, I just really take a moment and say thank you. You're so good. I don't know a lot of things, but I know that you're good and you always have our back. You know that things always work together for good. We love you. We give you gratitude for giving us health and strength and food and energy and all the things you give us, and an opportunity to be blessed and bless others. I pray your continued guidance on everybody listening and watching right now, or even on the replay. And I pray that 2026 would lead us all closer to you and let us continue to serve at the highest level. In Christ's name we say, amen. All right. God bless, guys. We'll see you tomorrow on the YouTube only live stream. Be blessed. Bye for now.